कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जयो राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जयो राधे जयो राधे जयो राधे जयो श्री राधे जयो गौरानिताय 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 जयो गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। Hare Krishna. So very happy and very grateful, very honored to be here amidst all the wonderful devotees of ISKCON Margaon. Very grateful to Sandeep Krishna Prabhu, Surat Madhav Prabhu, Sundari Naika Mataji for kindly inviting me over. So today we are going to discuss something from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is a very important book for all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, as the name suggests, it is the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu filled with so much nectar. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the guru of Srila Prabhupada, predicted that a day will come that people all over the world will learn Bengali just to understand this book. This book is such a sweet book, so nectarian. Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Achyut of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada was translating Bhagavatam. Prabhupada put a stop to Bhagavatam translation and Prabhupada gave the world and all the devotees Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is such an important book for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is Srila Prabhupada's guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, his father Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was so intelligent, he studied all the scriptures of the entire world, Quran, Bible, everything. When he finally read Chaitanya Charitamrita, he understood that there is nothing beyond this. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is considered to be the postgraduate study of spirituality. What is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna spoke. The Western world has an understanding of God, a little understanding. God is great. But they really don't know how God is great. If you tell them to explain, can you explain how God is great? They have no understanding. But in our Vedic scriptures, we have Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita tells you what God spoke. That is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam is what God did. What are the activities that God did? And Chaitanya Charitamrita is what God thinks. Can you imagine? Our acharyas have given us such books. We not only understand who is God, where he stays, his address, his parents, his relatives, his friends, his sakis, everything. We know all the knowledge. We also know what he did and what he thinks. So this Chaitanya Charitamrita is an insight into the mind and heart of Krishna. So it's a supremely important book for all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So today we are going to discuss a little section from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The theme that we have chosen for today is the life of Prataprudra Maharaj. So Prataprudra Maharaj is the king of Orissa. How he gets the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, 1 hour is very less for this topic. There are 4-5 chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita that explain this particular topic. But we'll give you all a little idea of what it is. Srila Prabhupada in Updeshamrit, Nectar of Instruction, the preface of that book, Prabhupada mentions one sentence. Prabhupada mentions, the advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Can you all repeat this sentence after me? One's advancement in Krishna consciousness, depends on the attitude of the follower. Very important sentence. We may have 4-5 devotees who have come in Krishna consciousness at the same time, but you will see that someone has progressed very fast, someone is taking time, because it depends on with what attitude we are practicing Krishna consciousness. So in this particular pastime of Prataprudra Maharaj, we will learn a lot about the right attitude. So to give you all a setting of what we are getting into, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was born in Navadvip, Mayapur, on the day of Gaur Purnima. Mahaprabhu, for 24 years, he performed pastimes in Navadvip. At the age of 24, he takes sannyas in Katwa, and Mahaprabhu comes and stays in Jagannath Puri. For a year or so, he is in Jagannath Puri, and then he goes for the South Indian tour. He goes for South Indian Yatra for almost a year or two. Now, while he is coming back from the South Indian tour, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, for those who are new to the characters of Chaitanya Charitamrita, slowly you all will get accustomed to it. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was at that time like the most important Brahmana of Jagannath Puri, highly respected scholar, a teacher. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before going to South India, he had made Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya Vaishnava. So I was explaining some devotees, Mahaprabhu in Navadvip, he had a flourishing center. In Navadvip, after Mahaprabhu got Diksha from Ishwara Puri and he started to preach, hundreds of devotees. When Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, he came with only 4 devotees. Nityananda Prabhu, Jagadanand Pandit, Damodar Pandit and Mukunda Dutt. Slowly, the group in Jagannath Puri started to increase. And how did it increase? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first preached to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was considered to be the guru of entire Jagannath Puri. He became a Vaishnava. Just looking at that, hundreds of people became Mahaprabhu's followers. So this is called preaching to influential people. So after Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became a Vaishnava and Mahaprabhu goes to South India, as he is returning back, the king of Orissa, Prataprudra Maharaj, comes to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells Prataprudra Maharaj that you are so fortunate. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, he is staying in Odisha, your country. You are the most fortunate king. Prataprudra Maharaj, he was not a great scholar of scriptures. He just had faith in the words of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That's all. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God. He just accepted it. Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, Prabhupada was meeting a group of boys and girls, no idea of scriptures. But they all had full faith that Krishna is God. Probably more faith than what Indians have. How did they have faith? Prabhupada told them Krishna is God, therefore they accepted. Simple. They had faith in Prabhupada, and because Prabhupada had faith in Krishna, they just accepted. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya similarly told the king that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, and the king just accepted it. So this is the first. So in this particular pastime, as we continue the storyline, we are going to study the attitude and mindsets of Prataprudra Maharaj. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, initially he declared that he will not even look at the face of the king. He had rejected this king. The pastime ends with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embracing the king. Someone who Mahaprabhu rejected, Mahaprabhu goes and embraces. Why? Because Prataprudra Maharaj had certain qualities and attitudes in his life. The first and the foremost thing that we learned from Prataprudra Maharaj was his faith in superiors, faith in his guru. Saram Bhattacharya, very intelligent person, studied all the Vedas, and he accepted Mahaprabhu as Krishna, so therefore he also accepted. So ultimately, intelligence is required, but beyond intelligence is the simple faith. Just like, last time I came here, I think it was Govardhan Puja time. So we were discussing this pastime of how generations and generations, the Vrajavasis were used to doing Indra Puja. Krishna told them, stop Indra Puja, do Govardhan Puja. Immediately they followed. This is called simple faith. So Saram Bhattacharya convinced the king that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So now King Prataprudra, he becomes so eager after Mahaprabhu comes back from the South Indian tour. He has only one desire in his life. He wants to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I am discussing first. So I told you there are 4-5 chapters that discuss this particular pastime. So we will see how far we go. So this is Madhya Leela, chapter 11. This is called the Beda Kirtan pastimes of Mahaprabhu. Aradina sarvabhoma kahe prabhustane abhayadana deha yadi kari nivedane. So one day, Saram Bhattacharya goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because the king has told him, please arrange a meeting for me. So Saram Bhattacharya goes to Mahaprabhu and tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Mahaprabhu, if you give me permission, I have one request. Mahaprabhu tells him, Prabhu kahe, kaha tumi nahi kichu bai, yogya haile kariba, ayogya haile nahi. Mahaprabhu tells him, don't worry, you speak whatever you want, whatever your proposal is. If it is acceptable to me, I will follow it. Otherwise, I will reject it. So Saram Bhattacharya tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, there is a king called Prataprudra Rai. He wants to meet you. Please meet him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately he closes his ears and shouts, Vishnu, Vishnu, Karne hasta diya Prabhu kare smare Narayan, Sarvabhoma kaha kena ayogya vachan. So Mahaprabhu immediately rejects. Mahaprabhu closes his ears and says, Narayan, Narayan, Vishnu, Vishnu. Saram Bhattacharya, how did you request this? I am a sannyasi. For a sannyasi to meet a worldly king is very, very dangerous. Why? Because there's a verse that is quoted here. Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajano mukasya param param jigikshamor bhava sagarasya sandarshanam vishayinamaha yoshitamcha ahanta hanta vishabhakshanam api asadu. So there's a very beautiful verse which says, anyone who wants to cross this ocean of birth and death, wants to cross this material world and go back to the spiritual world, he has to be very, very careful of people who are materialistic and of women. Because these are obstacles that bind one in this world. To Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though he is Krishna himself, he is the supreme enjoyer. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a perfect sannyasi, was setting a standard. Mahaprabhu tells Saram Bhattacharya, not at all possible. I am a sannyasi, I can never meet this king. Saram Bhattacharya tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, this king is not an ordinary king. He is a great devotee of Jagannath. Mahaprabhu still doesn't agree. Mahaprabhu tells him, no. Whatever it is, the title king is there for him, I will not meet him. And Mahaprabhu finally tells him, Aiche baat punarapi mukena anibe, kaha yadi tabe amay etana dekibe. Mahaprabhu tells Saram Bhattacharya, next time, don't open this topic. If you next time open this topic, I will leave Jagannath Puri and go. So now Saram Bhattacharya is very, very scared. Mahaprabhu is really serious about this. So Saram Bhattacharya is thinking now how to help the king. Right at that time, around this time, the king of Orissa, Prataprudra Maharaj, comes to Jagannath Puri. So this story is the story of 500 years ago. Just like now, present time, the capital of Orissa is Bhuvaneshwar. 500 years ago, the capital of Orissa was Cuttack. So the king had come from Cuttack to Jagannath Puri. Orissa, called Utkal Prant, it is such a holy place. Chaitanya Bhagavat explains, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he comes from Bengal to Orissa, as soon as he touches the land of Orissa, Mahaprabhu offers obeisances. Orissa is a very, 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 very divine and a very holy place. Because the Odissan people, all of them are great devotees of Jagannath. Everyone. In Odisha, if you go around, like in Goa, you have Hollywood, Bollywood stars pictures. In Odisha, everywhere you will see only Jagannath. Everywhere. Bus, shops, everywhere you will see Jagannath. Their real wealth is Lord Jagannath. So Pratap Rudra Maharaj would regularly come from Cuttack to Jagannath Puri to have darshan of Jagannath. So on this particular occasion, he had come along with his ministers. And one of his minister was Ramananda Rai. So Ramananda Rai is Vishaka Saki in Mahaprabhu's Leelas, Ramananda Rai. So I told you, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to South India, he reaches a place called Kovur, which is on the bank of Godavari. That time he meets Ramananda Rai there. So Ramananda Rai was working on behalf of the king, but he was governor of that province. So there was a king and he had small governors under him. So Ramananda Rai was a governor under the king. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stayed in Kovur for almost like 10 days. Day and night he would discuss Krishna Katha with Ramananda Rai. And when he was about to leave, Mahaprabhu tells Ramananda Rai, you leave this duty, give up this position and come and join me full time. And he comes back. So now Ramananda Rai is working under the king. For him to get resignation, the king has to give permission. But the king also gives him permission. So we will see in this pastime, Ramananda Rai, when he comes along with King Prataparudra to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes and meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Ramananda Rai, what he is doing, he is glorifying the king. See, in life, Prataparudra Maharaj wanted to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, no chance, I will not meet you. But Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to whom? Ramananda Rai, who is under the king. King Prataparudra is not envious. This is another very, very important attitude that we have to learn. Completely non-envious. He is thinking, I am not getting this mercy, Ramananda Rai is getting, let me support him. And because he helped Ramananda Rai attain Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that same Ramananda Rai became instrumental in arranging a meeting with the king and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the point in life is, when we help someone may be junior to us or whatever, when we help someone, that same person's help may be needed for us again. So now Ramananda Rai comes to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and what does he do? He tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the king. Rai kahe, tumhara agya raja ke kahila, tumhara ichchaya raja mor vishaya chadila. So Ramananda Rai comes and tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, your desire was that I should give up this duty. I went and told the king, and the king has given permission. Ami kahi ama haite naya haya vishaya, Chaitanya charane raho yadi agya haya. So when Ramananda Rai goes and tells the king, my dear king, now I just want to go and serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the king becomes very happy. Ramananda Rai tells Mahaprabhu, as soon as the king hears Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he becomes so happy, he goes and embraces Ramananda Rai. And then the king tells Ramananda Rai, Tumhara ye vartana, tumi kao sei vartana, nischintahana bhajana chaitanyera charana. So the king tells Ramananda Rai, don't worry, you want resignation? Take resignation. Go and serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without any problem. I will give you pension, just like that. Full pension without working. I mean, can you imagine Ramananda Rai, King Prataparudra has so much love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is telling Ramananda Rai, you just go and serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, money will come from me on a regular basis. I tell devotees, it would be so nice if the government can do this. You have to just tell the government that you are chanting 16 rounds and serving ISKCON, bas, money will keep coming to your account. Just push on the mission. For that you have to have a king like Pratap Rudra. है कि नहीं? If you have a dharmic king like Pratap Rudra, it is possible. Right? All these things are possible. So Ramananda Rai is glorifying in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the king just gave me this permission. And Ramananda Rai tells, Ami char yogya nahi tara darshane, tar ye baje tara safala jivane. Pratap Rudra Maharaj, he is so humble, he is telling Ramananda Rai, you are very fortunate, Mahaprabhu has called you. I am so fallen, Mahaprabhu is not giving me mercy. You see here, generally when someone else gets mercy, we become very, very envious. King Pratap Rudra, his junior is getting mercy, but he is not becoming envious. He is very happy. He is feeling himself very, very fallen. So, in this way, the king just supports Ramananda Rai. So, Ramananda Rai tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, the love that the king has for you, I don't even have a fraction of love. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tells Ramananda Rai, Prabhu kahe, tumi Krishna bhakta pradhan, toma ke ye preeti kare sahi bhagyavan. Mahaprabhu tells Ramananda Rai, no, you are actually a great devotee of Krishna. You see here, among devotees, each one is feeling humble. Hai ki nahi? Just see this. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, where each devotee is helping another, and each devotee is feeling more fallen than the other. So Ramananda Rai comes to the king and tells the king, my dear king, the Lord is calling me. The king immediately arranges for him to go, and the king is feeling, I am fallen. Mahaprabhu has called you. You are a great devotee. Mahaprabhu is not giving me. I am fallen. But Ramananda Rai, how does he tell Mahaprabhu? What is his mood? He doesn't tell Mahaprabhu, I am very special. He comes and tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, the kind of devotion, the kind of bhakti the king has, I don't even have a fraction. So devotees completely seeing and glorifying each other. So in this way, Mahaprabhu tells Ramananda Rai, no, you are a great devotee. And because the king has shown you special favor, the king has served you, definitely the king will become fortunate. Mahaprabhu tells him, Tomate ye preeti haila rajar, e gune Krishna tare karib angikar. So Mahaprabhu says, because the king has shown love to you, Krishna will definitely accept him. Mahaprabhu doesn't tell, I will accept, but he says, Krishna will definitely accept. So Prabhupada explains here, this is the key to Mahaprabhu's heart. If you want Krishna's mercy, this is the key. King Pratap Rudra, what did he do? He got an opportunity to serve a devotee, he did. Because only through service of devotees, only by serving devotees, we can get the mercy of Krishna. So Prabhupada quotes a verse. This is from Adi Puran. This verse, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Yame bhakta jana partha, name bhaktas tate janaha, mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas, teme bhakta tamamatah. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, those who say they are my devotees, Krishna is saying, if someone says, Krishna, I am your devotee, Krishna says, such a person is not my devotee. So if someone says, Krishna, I am your devotee, Krishna is saying, you are not my devotee. But if someone says, Krishna, I am devotee of your devotee, Krishna says, only such a person is my devotee. So Mahaprabhu is establishing this principle that if you want Krishna's mercy, you have to first please Krishna's devotees. So Prabhupada writes, in ordinary parlance it is said, if you love me, love my dog. In Western countries, in India probably people understand or don't understand. In Western world people understand this. Right? If there is some rich guy, if you want to win his favor, go and please his dog. If that person's dog is happy, this guy will become happy. And if you want to make him unhappy, go and throw a stone on his dog. Finish. That fellow will never look at your face again. So, this is the principle. If you serve Krishna's devotees, definitely Krishna's mercy will come. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyana samacharam. This is from Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva telling Parvati, the greatest worship is worship of Vishnu. But greater than the worship of Vishnu is the worship of the devotees of Vishnu. So in this way, Mahaprabhu is telling Ramananda Rai this principle. And we are seeing here the attitude of King Prataprudra. Even though he is not getting the mercy, someone under him is getting the mercy, he is ready to serve. He is ready to serve. Let someone or the other go. Right? Through you, if someone goes to the spiritual world, does something, that credit will definitely come back to you. So in this way, Prataprudra Maharaj's story continues. And it reaches a point where now the devotees from Bengal have come to Jagannath Puri. So now what had happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I told you, from Bengal, Mahaprabhu came and settled in Jagannath Puri. For a year or two, he was out in South Indian tour. So when Mahaprabhu comes to Jagannath Puri, the devotees in Bengal come to know that Mahaprabhu has come. And it is almost time for the Rath Yatra. All the devotees of Bengal, they come to stay with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The chapter continues of how all the devotees from Bengal, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, all of them come. And the king, this is another very important point, King Prataprudra, when he sees so many devotees of Mahaprabhu coming, now 200-300 devotees of Mahaprabhu have come, and they are going to stay in Jagannath Puri for 4 months. Who is going to arrange the accommodation and prasad? The king says, I will sponsor. No problem. So if ISKCON has one king like this, it's good. No need to collect donations. It's fully sponsored by the government. Do any festival, everything is sponsored. Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri for 24 years. Literally every day they would have a festival. Mahaprabhu didn't do any fund collection. Everything sponsored by king. Mahaprabhu just made the king into a devotee. Rest all, everything taken care of. No management at all. So these 200 devotees, King Prataprudra arranged accommodation for all of them. King Prataprudra, even he's not got the mercy of Mahaprabhu still, but still he is so eager to serve devotees, so humble. He tells Kashi Mishra, Tulasi, who are the in charges of Jagannath Puri, he tells them, see that all devotees get proper accommodation. See that they get good food. It's our responsibility to take care. This chapter continues of how when all the devotees come to Narendra Sarovar, King Prataprudra is so eager to understand all the devotees. He tells Sarvam Bhattacharya, please tell me, there are such great souls here, I want to understand all of them. He is so eager not only to understand Mahaprabhu, he wants to understand all the devotees of Mahaprabhu. And then he is introduced. Gopinath Acharya tells the king, this is Advaita Acharya, this is Nityananda Prabhu, this is Haridas Thakur. And the king is so happy to have all these great souls in his kingdom. So this is how this chapter ends, Mahaprabhu doing Sankirtan with all the devotees. The next chapter, because now all the devotees have come, okay, there's one more very important point in this chapter. So now what happens is, this is something that's very important, talking about the attitude of King Prataprudra. So now Ramananda Rai has met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and is glorified the king. So now the king has come to Jagannath Puri. He calls Sarvam Bhattacharya and he is asking Sarvam Bhattacharya, did you put my request to the Lord? Mora lagi Prabhu pade kaila nivedan sarvabhoma kahe kainu anek yatan. So the king is asking Sarvam Bhattacharya, my dear Bhattacharya, did you put my request to the Lord? Sarvam Bhattacharya says, I tried many times, no reply. Mahaprabhu has given strict warning. Next time we open the topic, he will just leave Jagannath Puri and go. The king, he becomes very unhappy that the Lord doesn't want to see him. But just see the mood of the king, the mindset of the king. Papi neech udhari te tana avatar jagai madai tena karila udhar. So the king says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is deliverer of the most fallen, and he is delivered even Jagai Madai. Pratap Rudra Chadi Karibe Jagat Nistar Eyi Pratigya Kari Kariyache Avatar. So the king says, Mahaprabhu has delivered everyone, Jagai Madai, except King Pratap Rudra. I am the most fallen. And Prabhupada quotes here, if you want to achieve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, this is the mindset and attitude we have to have. King Prataprudra, who is the king of Odisha, he is feeling himself more fallen than Jagai Madai. So Prabhupada quotes Narottam Das Thakur's bhajan, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Pai Behar. So this is the mood if you want to achieve the mercy of the Lord. Only one who feels himself most fallen, only such a person can ultimately achieve the mercy of the Lord. So the king says, Tara pratigya mor na karibe darshan, mor pratigya taha vina chadi bajivan. So now this is a fight. This is a fight. Fight between whom? Mahaprabhu's determination and king's determination. Mahaprabhu has taken pratigya. What is Mahaprabhu's pratigya? I will never see the king. And the king says, my pratigya is, if I don't see him, I will die. So now it is a fight between both of them. And Prabhupada says here, listen to this. A devotee with Maharaj Pratap Rudra's determination will certainly be victorious in his Krishna consciousness. So King Pratap Rudra is teaching all of us determination. In spite of many obstacles, we have to be determined. And this is not just King Pratap Rudra's story. The story of practically every devotee. We find in Bhagavatam 10th canto the story of Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi was about to get married to Shishupal. She writes a letter to Krishna. My dear Krishna, if I don't get married to you, I'll just give up my life. I don't mind waiting for hundreds of births, but I just want to get married to you. So Prabhupada writes time and again, this kind of determination means you have achieved Krishna. Dhruva Maharaj, a 5-year-old boy, when he was going to the forest to achieve Krishna, to achieve darshan of the Lord, Narad Muni comes to test Dhruva. And Narad Muni tells Dhruva, my dear Dhruva, you are a small child. This bhakti is not for you. It is not easy forest life. Go home and enjoy. Dhruva Maharaj is so determined, he tells Narad Muni, my dear Narada, if you can help me, please help me. Otherwise, go out of my way. I am determined, I am going to see Krishna somehow or the other. So someone who has this kind of determination, definitely he can overcome all obstacles. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he becomes very happy seeing the determination of the king. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells the king, don't worry, because you are determined, Mahaprabhu will definitely show you mercy. And then he tells him when it will happen. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells him, very soon now Rath Yatra will come. During the Rath Yatra time will be a perfect time for you to get the mercy of Mahaprabhu. And because the king followed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya word to word, so Prabhupada writes in this purport, if we have such faith in the Guru, Yasya Deve Para Bhaktir Yata Deve Tata Guru Tasyait Katita Hi Artha Prakashante Mahatmana. If we have such implicit faith in Guru, definitely we will get the mercy of the Lord. So in this way, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tries to convince the king. Now what happens is, taking the story ahead, the devotees of Bengal have all come to Jagannath Puri now. So now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya goes to all the devotees, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, all the devotees, and he shows them a letter that the king has written from Cuttack. The king wrote a letter, my dear Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, please tell the devotees to speak, to put a request on my behalf. If I don't see the Lord, I will become a mendicant. I will just give up my kingdom and I will beg. I'll become a beggar. So the devotees understand that this is a serious affair. The king of Orissa becoming a beggar just because he's not getting the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So all the devotees decide, let us all go and speak. Sometimes in the government, when you want to fulfill your demands, you have to show number. If you have a big number, the government will listen to you. Hamari mange puri karo. So similarly, the devotees go in big number and they want to tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please meet the king. But what happens is, all the devotees go there in front of Mahaprabhu. In front of Mahaprabhu, no one is able to speak. Because they are very scared. Mahaprabhu told them already, don't open the topic again. Now devotees go there, they are not able to speak anything. So Mahaprabhu tells them, Arey Baba, you all have all come to speak. Why don't you all speak? Nityananda Prabhu somehow has great courage in front of Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu tells the Lord, my dear Lord, please meet the king. Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet. Mahaprabhu tells him, absolutely no. If I meet the king, everyone will laugh at me, my name will be spoiled. I just cannot meet the king. So finally, Nityananda Prabhu, this is very interesting. Nityananda Prabhu tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, you can't meet the king, but if you don't meet the king will die. We have to take care of him also, right? He shouldn't die, he shouldn't go to extreme steps. So I have a way out. My dear Lord, please give one of your dress to the king. The king will at least feel, Mahaprabhu has not met me, at least he's given something. He will continue his life. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Nityananda Prabhu, ठीक है, all of you all are very intelligent, do whatever you all want. So Nityananda Prabhu takes one of the dress of Mahaprabhu and gives it to the king. So now, King Prataparudra is the king of Orissa, wanting to have one meeting with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is not meeting him. Mahaprabhu sends him one dress. How does the king receive this dress? Vastrapan Rajara Haila Anandita Mana Prabhu Rupa Kari Kare Vastrera Pujana. When the king receives the dress of Mahaprabhu, the king becomes so happy. Mahaprabhu has sent his dress, and he worships the dress of Mahaprabhu like he would respect Mahaprabhu. So this is second, a very important attitude. So Prabhupada writes here, this shows how much King Prataparudra loved Mahaprabhu. You see, in spiritual life, the Supreme Lord is actually noticing every small thing that we are doing. Whether the world notices or not, but Krishna is actually seeing it. When we are rejected many times, what is our response? Generally, when we are rejected, imagine yourself in the position of the king. What will you think? You will think, what does this Chaitanya think about himself? ISKCON is not the only movement. I will go to some other movement. We have so many things to talk about, so many things to do. But the king is so determined, so humble. Whatever it is, I will meet. So the king respects the vastra of Mahaprabhu just like he would respect Mahaprabhu. And Prabhupada explains, this is the Siddhanta. Anything connected to Krishna, how do we respect it? Shows how much respect we have for Krishna. How do we respect Krishna's Gita? How do we respect Krishna's devotees? How do we respect Krishna's Kartal, Mardang? It very much reflects how much love we have for Krishna. Bhakti means attention to details. We have received a garland that Krishna has wore it. How do we respect that garland? It very much shows our love and respect we have for the Supreme Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, when Madhavendra Puri was given that kheer, matka of kheer, Madhavendra Puri not only eats that kheer, he eats part of that matka also. He preserves that matka and keeps. So it shows these small things in life make a big difference. Krishna's mercy is not going to come suddenly in a big way. It's going to come in small tokens. How do we respect them? Are we grateful or do we criticize? Prataparudra Maharaj could have criticized, what does this Mahaprabhu think? He should have sent something else. Why did he send this? He's very happy with the small things that come his way. So then finally, Ramananda Rai again comes and tells Mahaprabhu, my dear Mahaprabhu, please meet the king. Mahaprabhu is not ready. Then finally, Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai is trying to negotiate again and again. Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Ramananda Rai is a mantri, Raja Mantri. Raja Mantri means very expert. Raja Mantri Ramananda Vyavahari Nipun, Raja Priti Kahe Dravila Prabhu Raman. So Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet the king. So Ramananda Rai comes, every time he comes to meet Mahaprabhu, he glorifies the king. Every time he will glorify. So what he is doing is, he is softening the heart of Mahaprabhu. It's because Ramananda Rai is a great diplomat, he knows how to use diplomacy. And finally, Mahaprabhu tells Ramananda Rai, you are requesting me so much. I cannot meet the king, but I will meet the son of the king. So Mahaprabhu is giving that mercy in concessions. He gave his cloth, then he says, call the son. Now imagine, you are in King Prataparudra's position. You want to meet Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet you. Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to your assistant. Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to your son, but not to you. But Prataparudra again is non-envious. He is completely non-envious. So Mahaprabhu tells Ramananda Rai, call the son of the king. And the king becomes so happy. ठीक है, I am most fallen, but my son is getting mercy, let him go. So this son was a young boy, a teenager. He comes to meet Mahaprabhu. This boy was blackish in color. And the day he came to meet Mahaprabhu, he wore yellow dress, yellow dhoti. So looking at him, Mahaprabhu remembered Krishna. This boy looks like Krishna only. So Mahaprabhu goes and embraces this boy. The son of this king, Mahaprabhu just goes and embraces. And as soon as this boy is embraced, this boy is filled with so much Ashtasatvika bhav, so much spiritual emotions. He's crying, weeping, he's experiencing the highest ecstasy. Suddenly Mahaprabhu has given him mercy. And Mahaprabhu is so happy. Mahaprabhu tells this boy, come every day to meet me. Mahaprabhu is so happy. And this boy goes every day to meet. So it is explained, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a very beautiful verse. It says, Se haite bhagyavan rajara nandan prabhu bhakta gana madhye haila ekajan. From that day, this boy, he was nowhere there in the devotee database list. Nowhere this boy's name was there. Newcomer, he becomes in the most intimate circle. This boy is sitting with Nityanand Prabhu, Haridas, Advaita Acharya, topmost devotee. Prabhupada writes in the purport, this is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Previous day, this boy was an ordinary prince. Next day, topmost devotee. So Mahaprabhu's mercy is unlimited. Right? Therefore, Mahaprabhu is the most merciful avatar. Right? A new boy, Mahaprabhu has given him such mercy. And this boy becomes a great associate of Mahaprabhu. So what happens is, when this boy goes home and the king embraces his son, the king experiences the same mercy that he would get by embracing Mahaprabhu directly. So Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to the king in an indirect way. So Mahaprabhu is giving mercy in installments. Right? In this way, the Gundicha Marjan Leela happens, and then it is a time for Jagannath Rath Yatra. So now what happens is, when the Rath Yatra pastime is happening, here also Pratap Rudra Maharaj has arranged, like now also if you go to Jagannath Puri, when Jagannath comes out, it's called Pahandi, Pandu Vijay. Devotees sit in galleries, you have to, like VIPs have special places to sit and see. King Pratap Rudra arranged VIP sitting place for Mahaprabhu and all the devotees. So till now, King Pratap Rudra is doing all service, but not got mercy. So Prabhupada writes here, if you want to get the mercy of Krishna, these three attitudes are very important. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairyat. Very enthusiastic to serve, very determined, but very patient also. He is waiting for the time to come. He arranges for Mahaprabhu to sit. And when the Lord comes out, the king, Pratap Rudra, with his own hand, he sprinkles sandalwood water on the road and he's sweeping the floor. And Mahaprabhu observes this. Mahaprabhu sukha paila se seva dekite. Mahaprabhu kripa haila se seva haite. So Mahaprabhu becomes very happy because Mahaprabhu is noting the king. He is actually very carefully studying the attitudes of the king. How the king has served Ramananda Rai so nicely. How the king has served all the devotees of Bengal so nicely. How the king is completely non-envious. His son is getting mercy. Ramananda Rai is getting mercy, completely non-envious. How he is respecting even the cloth that belongs to Mahaprabhu so much. So Mahaprabhu is gradually, his heart is becoming more and more soft towards the king. And on the day of Rath Yatra, this is the first time Mahaprabhu actually sees the king. Till now he has never seen the king. Devotees have been speaking, King Pratap Rudra, King Pratap Rudra. Mahaprabhu has never seen him. First time Mahaprabhu sees the king. And he is very, very happy. Why? Because the king has a jadu in his hand. Mahaprabhu says, good king. Good king. He is a king, but he understands that Jagannath is the biggest king. He is only a servant. So Mahaprabhu is very, very happy seeing the service attitude. So Prabhupada explains here, in order to achieve the mercy of the Lord, this kind of service attitude is needed. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is the guru of Srila Prabhupada, would quite often quote this verse, this English saying, don't try to see God. Try to serve God in such a way that He wants to see you. When we render menial service, the heart of God melts. So Mahaprabhu becomes very, very happy seeing this beautiful service attitude of the king. And then the Rath Yatra pastime starts. Now the Rath Yatra pastime, I'm just summarizing all these shlokas. I'm not getting into the actual shlokas, it'll take a lot of time. So during the Rath Yatra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes 7 parties, 7 kirtan groups. 4 in front of Jagannath, 2 at the side of Jagannath, and 1 at the back. And in this way, 7 kirtan groups is made, and Mahaprabhu is dancing in all the groups. Actually, Mahaprabhu expanded into 7 forms. He was simultaneously there in 7 groups. Just like during Krishna's Ras Leela, Krishna expanded into like 16,000 millions of forms. But each gopi was thinking, Krishna is with me. The gopis couldn't see all the forms. Similarly, each group, devotees were thinking, our group is very special. Margaon group is very special. Mahaprabhu is with us. So every group, every center was thinking like this. Because the others, they couldn't see that Mahaprabhu is there everywhere. King Pratap Rudra, Sarvam Bhattacharya, Kashi Mishra, 2-3 devotees could actually see this. That Mahaprabhu had taken 7 forms. When Sarvam Bhattacharya understood that the king has got this mercy, Mahaprabhu didn't give this darshan to anyone. He gave it to the king. Because Mahaprabhu was pleased with the attitudes of the king. Not only this, Mahaprabhu, the king could also understand that Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both are Krishna and both are having relationship with each other. When Mahaprabhu would go behind the cart of Jagannath, the Rath would stop. Only when Mahaprabhu would come in front, Jagannath Rath would start. Devotees couldn't understand this, but the king could understand. So Prabhupada explains here, because the king was so humble, because the king he had such faith in his guru, in his superiors, always ready to serve devotees, Mahaprabhu gave this mercy. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishtana amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Right? If we actually have this mood of being humble, being tolerant, even though Mahaprabhu was rejecting the king so many times, the king was still tolerant. He didn't criticize, he didn't do anything. A perfect gentleman, a perfect devotee. Because the king has such beautiful attitudes, Mahaprabhu gave all the special darshans to him. So in this way, the Rath Yatra Leela starts. Mahaprabhu starts to dance. He's in this mood of Radharani, remembering Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Radharani getting Krishna to Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu's in this beautiful mood. And one particular, we are coming to the conclusion of this pastime. So one particular pastime happens is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in such ecstasy, dancing. Nityanand Prabhu is in ecstasy, dancing somewhere else. Nityanand Prabhu has fallen somewhere. Advaita Acharya has fallen somewhere. Mahaprabhu goes in such ecstasy, he comes and falls right in front of the king. Sita, right in front of the king, he comes and falls purposely. King Pratap Rudra, who can miss this opportunity? He goes and touches Mahaprabhu. As soon as Mahaprabhu sees the king, he says, Chi, materialistic guy, I've touched him. And the king becomes very sad. Arey, I did an aparadh. So Sarvam Bhattacharya tells him, Arey, don't worry. Mahaprabhu is gradually coming closer to you. Mahaprabhu is actually very happy with you. Externally, he's showing all this. And then as this Rath Yatra pastime happens, there is a place in between the Rath Yatra road. There's a beautiful garden, Jagannath Vallabh garden, Balagandi. The Rath stops there. Because the devotees, right from early morning, till afternoon, they have been dancing. All the devotees are very, very exhausted. So in this beautiful garden, because what happens in Balagandi, Jagannath is offered a lot of bhoga. All the brahmanas come and offer a lot of bhoga. So devotees understand, now there will be a little break for Rath Yatra. So the devotees and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, under different trees, they go and rest. All the devotees are resting. Mahaprabhu is resting. Only when Mahaprabhu rests, the others can rest. Because Mahaprabhu, when he was not resting, he wouldn't allow anyone to rest. So all the devotees also were resting. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was resting under a tree. That time, Sarvam Bhattacharya tells Mahaprabhu, tells King Pratap Rudra, now this is your time. Go. And he tells the king give up this kingly dress, go in the dress of an ordinary simple Vaishnava. So Vaishnav dress also has an importance. So the king follows the order of his superior. He gives up that kingly dress, wears an ordinary dress of a Vaishnava. And then it says, Saba bhaktera agya neel yoda hata han Prabhupada dari pade sahasa kariya. King Prataprudra is so humble, he not only takes permission from his guru, he goes and seeks permission from each devotee. All of you all bless me so that I can approach Mahaprabhu. See this beautiful mood here. And then he takes that courage and goes near Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu is on one platform below a tree. Mahaprabhu's eyes is closed and he is resting, exhausted. So the king, as told by his guru, Sarvabhattacharya, king takes the legs of Mahaprabhu on his lap and starts to massage his legs. Mahaprabhu is like sleeping now, tired. And what he does is, he recites the 5 chapters of Ras Leela. It's called Rasa Panchadhyay. Sarvabhattacharya told him, the only way to Mahaprabhu's heart is through the Gopi Geet, Radharani and the gopis. So he is reciting all these beautiful verses. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy. Suddenly he is hearing all these verses. Because in the Rath Yatra mood, the whole Rath Yatra period, Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Vrindavan, gopis, Radharani. And suddenly he is hearing all these verses. And as the king is reciting all these 5 chapters, he comes to Gopi Geet, the beautiful verses that the gopis recite during the Ras Leela. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears this, he is so happy. Shunite shunite Prabhu santosh apar, bala bala bali Prabhu bale bhar bhar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy, he says, very good, continue chanting, continue chanting. Something very interesting is, 3 personalities, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath, all 3 of them have great liking for Gopi Geet. In Jagannath Puri, every evening, Gopi Geet is sung. Jagannath wears a dress in which Gopi Geet is written. Only with that dress, only by hearing Gopi Geet, Jagannath goes to sleep. So Gopi Geet is so special, Jagannath loves it. Lord Krishna loves Gopi Geet and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loves. So this Gopi Geet by Jayadeva Goswami is so special. So Mahaprabhu is so happy. He says, just keep on chanting. And as he is reciting, he comes to this very beautiful verse. Tava katamritam tapta jivanam kavi biditam kalmashapaham shravana mangalam shrimadatam bhuvi grinanti ye burida jana. So this is a beautiful verse by the gopis, where the gopis are glorifying those who glorify Krishna Katha. They're the most merciful people. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears this, Mahaprabhu is so happy. Tumi more dile bahu amulya ratna more kichu dite nahi dilu alingan. Mahaprabhu is so happy. Mahaprabhu tells him, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, you have given me the greatest wealth of Gopi Geet. I have nothing to give you, I can only embrace you. And Mahaprabhu embraces the king. Till now, he is not even asked whether this is the king or not. Mahaprabhu is in a different mood. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the king, both of them are crying and crying. And Mahaprabhu says, Burida bali kare alingan, iho nahi chane, iho haya konajan. So Mahaprabhu, he doesn't even know this is the king. Mahaprabhu had just embraced him and he's saying, you are the most merciful person, like this. And then finally, Mahaprabhu, he's asking the king, who are you? Generally, before giving someone 1 lakh, you will first find out everything and then ask. Mahaprabhu is in a different mood. He's given everything to the king and then he's asking, who are you? Prabhu bole, ke tumi karila mora hita, achambite asi piyayo Krishna Leelamrit. Who are you? Suddenly you have come and given me the greatest nectar. Now, this shloka that the king repeats shows the actual mood of the king. You see, the king is humble before receiving the mercy of Mahaprabhu, while receiving the mercy of Mahaprabhu, and he is humble even after. So humility is not something that you practice to reach the spiritual world. Humility is practiced even after reaching the spiritual world. Because humility is part of that spiritual culture. So Chaitanya Charitamrita shows us what Chaitanya Charitamrita, the literal meaning of Chaitanya Charitamrita is, Chaitanya means living force. Chaitanya Charita means activity. Amrita means eternal. The eternal activity of the Atma in the spiritual world is Chaitanya Charitamrita. That means if you want to enter into the spiritual world, this is the mood that you should have. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking the king, who are you? The king replies, you all can repeat this shloka after me. Raja kahe, Ami tomar daser anudas, Brittir britya kara, Ei mora ash. So the king says, my dear Lord, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, who are you? The king doesn't say, you didn't see my photo in the newspaper. Every day it comes in the front page. The king doesn't say like that. He doesn't show his Aadhaar card. People have visiting cards. Suddenly, there's a visiting card here. So people have visiting cards. They really love to show their visiting cards with all the titles, X this, X that. So the king is not interested in all those titles. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktaruchyate. These are all titles that we have. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in front of Jagannath during the Rath Yatra time, Mahaprabhu chant this verse. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo na shudro Naham varni nacha grahapatir na yatir vanastova Gopi bharatur padakamalayur das 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 anudas. So Mahaprabhu's mood was this, that I am not a sannyasi, I am not a brahmana, I am not a king. These are all simple designations that we need. Ultimately as Atma, we are only servant of the servant of the servant. So the king tells the Lord, my dear Lord, I am the servant of your servant, and to remain the servant of your servant is my ambition. So the king doesn't say, I will remain servant of your servant till I go to the spiritual world and then I will become boss. No. We are das, das, anudas, and we will remain das, das, anudas. So Mahaprabhu is so pleased with the king. Mahaprabhu shows him actually the Shadbhuj form, the Radha Krishna form. But Mahaprabhu tells him, don't tell this to anyone else. And King Prataprudra, as I was telling you, after he came out, still he is so very humble. Right? He's thanking all the devotees for all the mercy. And his service just continues. So the life of King Prataprudra is a very important pastime for all of us, because the Lord who had completely rejected him, from rejected he became accepted. Not only rejected to accepted, rejected to embraced. Right? That was the journey of King Prataprudra. So similarly, if we can have this mood of being the servant of servant, our life is successful. Because this is Gita Marathon month, I'll just end with one small anecdote. Vaishashika Prabhu, one of Srila Prabhupada's very senior disciple, in his initial days of Krishna consciousness, 16, 17-year-old boy, he was in America distributing books on the streets, Bhagavad Gita on the streets. And one man came and told him, why don't you get a job in life? Why are you wasting your life? So Vaishashika Prabhu, in his mind, he was answering this guy, this is the best job in this world. What is the best job in this world? Distribute books and do service to Krishna. So Prabhupada says here, I'll just read this line and then we'll stop for today. The greatest achievement of a devotee is to become servant of the Lord. This is the greatest achievement. And by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we all have that scope. During this marathon month, lot of Gitas there. Please distribute Gitas to many people in this world. By doing this, definitely we will get the mercy of the Lord. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.